Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show. And now, here's Jeff Crilley.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show. What a great show today. And we're going to start off with a very inspiring segment. This is a segment that is about immigration. And when you say that word these days, it can be very polarizing. But the segment that we're talking about today is about the people who have made the journey, have become American citizens, and are shining examples of why this country is such a great country. My first guest is Ann Badmus. She is one of the partners at Scheef Stone. Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Thank you, Jeff. Glad to be here.
So I guess before we get into the Immigrant Journey Awards, which is something that you've been running for many years, talk about your practice for a moment. What kind of cases are you seeing these days?
Right. So I have been an immigration attorney for over 20 years, Jeff. And these days, I think I'm seeing more and more people want to move forward with citizenship. Those people who have permanent residence, which means they have their green card, and they've been putting it off a little bit. They were eligible. It usually takes about 5 years to be eligible after you get your green card to get citizenship. And some have kind of put it off just because they're busy and not really thinking about it. And I'm seeing more and more people contacting me for that. That's probably the biggest trend I see right now, rather than in addition to what we usually see.
And we were talking off the air that even your citizenship workshops that you'll do are just packed, huh?
Exactly. I recently did a workshop a couple weeks ago, actually in Plano, and generally we've seen, and that's with the Plano Multicultural Roundtable. Mm-hmm. It's actually sponsored somewhat by City of Plano, and usually we'd see maybe 100 or so, and this year we saw 300 people come in, so
wow.
It's tripled. Yes.
Is there a lot of fear out there? Because I know people don't know exactly what's going to happen. Is that fear good or is that fear bad?
Well, it just depends on where you are,
right.
Certainly in the system. But yes, I see just a lot of, uncertainty. People just feel uncertain. Even those who have legal status, they're just uncertain how quickly things can change for them. And so I think that's one of the reasons people are deciding that citizenship, which is usually something that cannot be changed, is something they want to go for.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And this is a nation of immigrants. I mean, the Pilgrims didn't
right.
right? They came over here from Europe. So let's talk about the Immigrant Journey Awards.
Sure.
What was the idea behind it, and talk about how it's grown over the years?
Sure. Actually, I believe we started it in 2011, and the idea behind it was basically really to highlight and spotlight the contributions of immigrants, because as you mentioned, a lot of times what we heard and we're still hearing in the news kind of cast a negative, view of immigration, and we just wanted to show the other side as well. We are a nation of immigrants, as you mentioned, and we all know that immigrants made contributions, but we want to show that they're continuing to make contributions, and it's important for the country.
Absolutely. And in the awards, you break it down by 4 different awards. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, so you have the Immigrant Entrepreneur Award, the Immigrant Professional Excellence Award, the Immigrant Spirit Award, and the Immigrant Advocate Award. And we actually have a former award winner on the phone right now, Ali Samana. Ali, hey, welcome to the show. I know you've been on the show before, but not in this capacity. So I guess tell everybody your journey.
Wow. So thank you so much first for having me, Jeff and Ann, and I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be here, not just representing a company or my company, but with this award specifically. So I moved here at the age of 13, about 20 years ago, and moved to Waco, Texas, lived there for a couple of years, attended middle school and 9th grade over there, and then moved to Frisco, Texas in 1999. When I moved here at 13, I moved in with my uncle and aunt, and they've adopted me. They're second parents to me. And my uncle was one of my first mentors starting businesses back when I was 17 years old. So I've been in the entrepreneurial realm for a very long time, and short of my time in the Navy, I was pretty much that's all I've done is work for myself. So it's been an experience. It's been a journey. But my story and the story of so many others, whether it's JP from Italy, whether it's Tabassum from Pakistan, or whether it's the Bhaktas, who are I think second generation, and all of these guys are very successful entrepreneurs in their own realm. A lot of our stories are only possible in this great nation of ours. So I think that's what the message that probably needs to be sent out is. We were born in one country, but we chose this country for the values, for the freedoms, and for the opportunities that it provides.
That's great, Ali. And I was at the luncheon last year when you won, and I remember how excited your family was. And what did it mean to you to win?
It was surreal. I mean, it hadn't sank in. As much as I appreciated the award, I still don't feel that I'm worthy of it. I still feel like there's a lot more to come. So I felt like I felt like it was a lot bigger than what I had deserved. So it's a very big award. There's a lot of people out here. There's a lot of people that are nominated for this prestigious award and the other categories as well. And if you just go back and look at the bios of people that are nominated, I mean, it'll give you an idea of who we're celebrating and the not just the education, not just the profession, but their experiences that they bring to the table. And a lot of it we benefit from as a society when they immigrate.
Well, and let me give you a chance to tell everybody about your company, because you have a very successful solar company.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. So the company is called One Solar Solution, and we do residential, commercial, and also power plant level installs here in the Metroplex. And in the Metroplex, we've done all three. So we've done residential, we've done commercial, and at the end of March, we're actually going to break ground on the first power plant of its kind here in the area.
Wow.
So we're very excited. We're constantly growing, and Jeff, your team has been very, very helpful in getting us to where we need to go.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. Ann, what was it about Ali's story that touched your heart?
Well, really the fact that he came here at a young age and really made a contribution, and even joined the military as well,
right.
which is something that we don't hear that much about. It's how many immigrants are actually in the military and
right.
and serving our country.
Yes.
So just so many inspirational things about his story that I believe the judges, and I don't make the decision myself,
right.
but the
right.
judges really felt inspired by his story.
Absolutely. So if somebody's listening to this broadcast right now and they want to get involved, the website is immigrantjourney.org.
Right.
Is that right?
www.immigrantjourney.org.
And what's the process? What do they do when they get to the site?
Sure. So they can get to the site and they'll see a lot of information about the awards. They'll see past recipients, see information about our scholarships as well, because we also have scholarships as part of the awards. And then they will see the nomination form and the criteria. So if they want to make a nomination of themselves or even of people that they know who are shining stars in their community, they can actually do it online very quickly and send us the information and we'll get it. And the end of the nominations process will be April 30th. So we have about 2 months left to go. And then we'll have our awards ceremony, or our gala as we call it, will be June 16th, on a Friday, and it'll be in an evening. It's a great celebration, so we're really looking forward to it.
That's awesome. And I'm sure if somebody wants to sponsor or buy a table, you'd be happy to.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
And you can find that information on the website as well.
That's awesome. One of the things that touches me about this story is that sometimes I think people who are born in this country take it for granted that this really is the land of opportunity. And when you hear some of these stories of people who came here, did not speak the language, didn't have the education, and they had to really work harder than anybody else. Mm-hmm. It's inspiring, isn't it?
It is. It is, certainly. Yes. So, and that's what we want people to know about as well, that there are those inspiration stories throughout the country, but especially in the DFW area. Just look around and you'll see that. And we want to make sure that, people get to hear that news as well.
Absolutely. What are some of, over the years now, since you've been doing this for, I guess, 7 years, is that right?
This will be our 6th year.
6th year. Mm-hmm. What are some of the memories that you have of different families that have been honored, and what stands out in your mind?
Well, I just think everybody is so humble and grateful at the same time. And just when we hear their stories, at the ceremony, because the winners are able to kind of give us, their thank you speeches and, just talk about their experiences. And so I don't know if anyone stands out in my mind. It's just all of them are just inspirational. And whenever we have these events, everybody's, the audience just is so inspired and just can't stop talking about it. So I just think it's, a wonderful event.
Absolutely, and living here in Texas, people think about immigration. They often think about people coming over from Mexico, but represented at this banquet is people. It's almost a United Nations. I mean, it's
exactly, from Asia, from Africa, from Latin America as well. We have so many different countries that have been represented throughout the nominations process as well as the award winners. So it is pretty much a United Nations, as you said.
Absolutely. And if somebody is thinking about doing it but saying, well, gosh, I don't want to, it's not right for me to brag on myself or to put in a nomination, what would you say to make them feel more comfortable nominating themselves or someone they know?
I mean, we should brag on ourselves sometimes,
right.
If you made the contribution and, particularly if you know someone, that you felt have had an impact on your community. As we mentioned, we have awards not only for entrepreneurs and professionals, but we also have community service awards. And I think it's important for people to know. So putting out that information actually may benefit more people than you know. So think of it as a service to the community as well.
That's awesome. And I know in the past that you've done luncheons. Why did you decide to move it to an evening this time?
We really wanted to open it up so that, with luncheons, it's great. And for business people, it's a lot easier to attend. But we also wanted the families to be able to attend and to expand, so that in the evening it's a lot easier for people to come in. I think it's hopefully a bigger celebration, which I think is important.
I'd also like to give you a chance to give a shout out to the folks over at Scheef Stone because they've really embraced this and gotten behind it 100%, haven't they?
Exactly, they have. And so they've been working, our first event with Scheef Stone was this past year, and they are very, very excited about doing this again, and they feel it's very important to the community. So I definitely give a shout out and thank my firm for supporting this.
Absolutely. All right. What's the website one more time, Ann?
Sure. It's www.immigrantjourney.org.
Awesome. And Ali, thank you so much. I'll give you the final word. What would you like to say to the people who are considering nominating themselves but are sitting on the sidelines right now?
I would say definitely go ahead and do it. And more importantly, I would encourage people to come to the event. I still remember a lot of the stories that I heard at the event, and I made friends from the event. So at the very least, be there, but definitely put yourself and nominate yourself. And your story needs to be told. So there's a lot of very powerful and inspiring stories that need to be told.
Outstanding. Ali, thanks again, and Ann, thanks for being my guest.
Thank you, Jeff.
Coming up next, ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. You've heard about it, but how much do you really know about what's going on here in North Texas to raise awareness and make life better for those living with it? That's next on The Jeff Crilley Show.
More of The Jeff Crilley Show coming up.